Hi guys, JT here. February's Humble Monthly has dropped, and the big question is, are these games actually worth your time? I'm breaking down everything in this month's bundle, so you know exactly what you're getting before you buy. If you decide to pick it up, the links below will get you straight to the bundle and also help support the channel. Your support seriously means everything, and I can't thank you enough. But first, a word from our sponsor, JT After Dark. You've read the threads, you've seen the warnings, but you haven't heard them like this. I'm JT. I take the internet's most terrifying stories and give them a voice. From Reddit's deepest archives to the legends that haunt the web, I bring the horror to life. Join me on JT After Dark. Subscribe now and let's see what's hiding in the shadows. Anyway, let's get into this. And number 1, the feature game of this month, Resident Evil Village, the 8th mainline entry in the long-running survival horror series and serves as a direct sequel to Resident Evil 7. You once again step into the shoes of protagonist Ethan Winters, whose quiet life is shattered when series hero Chris Redfield attacks his home and kidnaps his daughter, Rose. This narrative setup pulls you into a mysterious snowy mountain village, where you must survive against Lycans and the twisted children of Mother Miranda. The gameplay maintains the first-person perspective of its predecessor, creating an immersive sense of dread. You'll find that the setting is heavily influenced by Resident Evil 4, masterfully blending intense action with classic exploration. You must manage limited resources, scavenging for ammunition and treasures to trade with the mysterious merchant known as the Duke. Upgrading your arsenal is vital, as you'll face a wide variety of enemies that require strategic combat and careful backtracking through interconnected areas to solve complex puzzles. While the game is accessible to newcomers, you'll get the most out of the story if you have played previous titles, given the deep ties to series lore. For those seeking extra challenges, the game offers various difficulty levels that provide a true survival experience. The addictive Mercenaries mode also returns as a base feature, allowing you to chase high scores by defeating waves of enemies within a strict time limit. This mode adds significant replay value, rewarding you for mastering the combat mechanics. Resident Evil Village is a solid, complete package that rewards you for exploring off the beaten path. It successfully balances cinematic set pieces with traditional horror elements. Whether you're dealing with the terrifying atmosphere of the central village or the intense final boss, you'll find an instant classic that stands as one of the best entries in the franchise. And number 2, we have Date Everything! An absolutely insane concept for a video game that, against all odds, actually works. The semi-visual novel dating simulator puts you in the shoes of a tech worker recently replaced by AI. Just as the existential dread sets in, you receive a pair of mysterious glasses called Date-Viators. These magical shades allow you to bring inanimate objects in your home to life. Transforming them into personified characters, you can then attempt to romance, befriend, or even insult. The game really puts its money where its mouth is, letting you interact with over 100 different characters, ranging from your toilet to your dirty laundry. Most of your time is spent exploring your 3D house, and deciding which household items you want to pursue for further dialogue. When you find a character that suits your taste, the interactions are great and engaging, largely thanks to a massive cast of elite voice actors who bring unexpected depth to things like a minibar or a laundry hamper. However, the experience can be a double-edged sword. While the writing is often sharp and heartfelt, you might occasionally find yourself stuck in a conversation with a character that just keeps rapping at you, making you want to put your head through a wall. The actual house environment also leaves some room for improvement visually. Despite these minor pacing issues and the sheer absurdity of the premise, the pros far outweigh the cons. It is a bold, unique experience that stands out as one of the most original dating sims you'll ever play. And number 3, we have Core Keepers, a subterranean mining and crafting sandbox that masterfully blends the DNA of Minecraft, Valheim, and Stardew Valley into a compelling top-down adventure. You find yourself stranded in a dimly lit cave filled with ancient defunct technology, and your primary goal is to power up a slumbering central core. To do this, you must pick a direction and start digging, chipping away at walls to harvest resources, and uncover the mysteries hidden within the procedurally generated depths. The progression feels familiar, but deeply rewarding. You'll mine early materials like copper to craft better tools, eventually venturing into dangerous biomes like clay caverns and vast underground oceans. One of the greatest joys you'll experience is setting up automated production lines. By using drills, conveyor belts, and robotic arms, you can transform a chaotic network of tunnels into an elaborate, efficient mining operation that smelts ore while you explore. While combat is a standard hack-and-slash affair against mushroom men and cavelings, you'll eventually craft powerful gear like the Grubzooka to blast through obstacles. The bosses are surprisingly tough, often requiring multiple attempts and strategic preparation with traps. Despite the subterranean setting, the game's beautiful lighting and cozy base building mechanics make the world feel warm and inviting rather than claustrophobic. Supporting up to 8 players in co-op, Core Keeper offers a sprawling, polished survival experience. Whether you're fishing or fighting massive caterpillars, you'll find yourself constantly surprised by the scale and charm of this underground world. And number 4 we have StarVaders, a vibrant roguelike tactical deck builder that re-envisions the classic Space Invaders through a modern grid-based lens. In this Saturday morning cartoon-inspired adventure, you pilot one of 3 powerful mechs to fend off an alien invasion. You start with the Gunner, but as you progress, you unlock different pilots, each with unique abilities and playstyles that drastically change how you handle the shifting waves of extraterrestrial foes. The gameplay centers on a unique heat system rather than standard energy. Every card you play generates heat. If you exceed your max capacity, you overheat, ending your turn and permanently burning the last card played. This forces you to make calculated risks as you navigate the 7x7 battlefield. You won't take traditional health damage. Instead, you must prevent enemies from reaching the bottom of the grid and channeling Doom, which ends your run instantly. While the mechanics are deep and satisfyingly complex, you'll find a punishing difficulty curve. Beating the initial first contact level reveals an eldritch mystery that demands you clear the game again on much harder settings to unlock the full roster of mechs and story. Visually, the game charms with its candy-coated comic book aesthetic and enthusiastic artwork. The bosses are highlight encounters, featuring tricky shell games and chess-themed puzzles that test your strategic limits. Although the steep difficulty spikes and occasional performance lag can be frustrating, you'll find StarVaders to be an addictive, mechanically fresh experience that rewards tactical precision and deck synergy. And number 5 we have Squirrel with a Gun, a 3D platformer sandbox game where you play as an armed squirrel, embracing an instantly bizarre and crazy premise reminiscent of titles like Untitled Goose Game and Goat Simulator. The game begins with a tutorial inside a secret lab, teaching you how to control your protagonist and, more importantly, how to pick up and fire a gun. Following the consumption of a mysterious acorn-shaped device, you're relentlessly hunted by Matrix-like agents in dark suits and sunglasses who will stop at nothing to take you down, even if it means shooting innocent civilians. Defeated enemies drop acorns, the currency used to buy weapons or remote control cars. Alternatively, you can earn acorns by letting town residents take pictures of you until they fall in love and drop a stash of nuts. As a squirrel, you can climb trees and flagpoles, but only with empty hands. Reaching the top of flagpoles is vital, as it reveals the location of special large golden acorns needed alongside regular acorns to unlock important items like a bomb suit, or just silly accessories like fake eyebrows. The visuals are quite good, and the squirrel is adorable, with customizable outfits displayed proudly on the title screen. The music ramps up during combat, culminating in an aggressive, high-energy heavy metal track for boss battles. Much of the gameplay involves exploring the small town and causing destruction. You can cause as much mayhem as you want. However, the game is very short, likely less than 5 hours, and can suffer from clipping issues. While seeing a squirrel with a shotgun never truly loses its appeal, the finishing moves grow repetitive due to a lack of animation variety. It is an over-the-top, ridiculous, and entertaining title for a short burst of fun, but don't expect a long adventure or a fleshed-out story. I mean, you are a squirrel holding a gun. At number 6 we have SteamWorld Build, a city builder with a twist, combining steampunk robot towns with underground dungeon keeper style mining. You'll place charming buildings, manage supply chains, and upgrade workers into engineers to unlock even more complex structures. The game eases you into its systems, introducing new layers only after you've mastered the basics, which keeps it feeling accessible and full of small discoveries. Once your town is thriving, you can dig into the underground layers, carving tunnels, gathering resources, and building functional rooms. It's a clever mechanic that balances nicely with the above-ground city management. Monsters eventually appear, bringing a light tower defense element, but there's little real threat. Broken structures simply need repairs, rather than full rebuilding, keeping the pace relaxed. The biggest downside is that SteamWorld Build can feel too forgiving. There's no real danger nor competition, and sometimes you realize you could achieve similar results by just waiting rather than optimizing your strategy. It is satisfying to improve efficiency, but with time being the only real resource at risk, it lacks urgency. A full playthrough takes about 5 hours, which feels refreshing if you're after a quick, complete city building experience. However, genre veterans expecting a sprawling, endlessly replayable game may leave disappointed. The story is thin, and despite fun animations and a cozy atmosphere, it does not quite capture the personality of earlier SteamWorld games. SteamWorld Build is a chill, accessible entry point for newcomers, but feels slight compared to the deeper, heavier titles that city building fans might crave. At number 7 we have Bus Simulator 21 Next Stop, the 2021 installment in the Bus Simulator series, featuring the most comprehensive bus fleet yet with 30 officially licensed buses. You can drive solo or with friends across 2 vastly different maps. Whether you're into detail management or just want to enjoy driving, this game has something for everyone. Developed by Still Alive Studios and published by Astragon Entertainment, Bus Simulator 21 Next Stop has received positive feedback from players, with recent reviews being very positive and an overall mostly positive rating since its release on September 2021. The game offers an impressive array of buses from international manufacturers like Alexander Dennis, Bluebird, and Mercedes-Benz, including double-decker and electric models for the first time. You can explore the new US map, Angel Shores, and a revamped European Seaside Valley map. Bus Simulator 21 Next Stop allows you to manage your bus company by creating timetables, buying and selling buses, and planning routes. If you prefer driving over managing, the game's auto features let you focus on the road. You can play in single-player or co-op multiplayer mode, transporting passengers safely and earning rewards for timely and safe driving. The Next Stop update adds a new career mode and a free map extension DLC, offering new areas to explore and tasks to complete. Despite some minor bugs and technical issues reported by players, the game is praised for its detailed environments, diverse buses, and flexible gameplay options. Whether you're a casual player or a dedicated bus simulation fan, Bus Simulator 21 Next Stop promises a rich and engaging experience. At number 8 we have Big Helmet Heroes, a colorful 3D side-scrolling beat-em-up that feels like a modern whimsical tribute to classics like Castle Crashers. This game plunges you into a quirky medieval world where you control a roster of charmingly chibi-fied knights. Your primary goal is to fight through over 20 levels of chaos, spanning diverse biomes from goblin caves to surreal dreamscapes and even outer space. The gameplay is built around accessible brawling, featuring light and heavy attacks along with unique ultimate abilities. You can unlock nearly 30 different heroes, categorized into 4 distinct classes: Warrior, Brute, Rogue, and Monk. A unique feature here is the tag team mechanic. In local co-op or solo play, you can swap between active heroes on your roster. While a character rests on the sidelines, they slowly recover health, encouraging you to rotate your team strategically during intense encounters. You'll find plenty of variety in the arsenal, as stages are littered with hundreds of silly weapon pickups, ranging from electric fly swatters to giant toy hammers. While the combat is satisfying, you might encounter some visibility issues when the screen becomes cluttered with enemies or environmental objects. Additionally, the lack of a 4-player mode is a missed opportunity for larger groups. Despite some repetitive objectives and minor technical jank, the game shines as a light-hearted local cooperative experience. If you enjoy vibrant visuals, absurd humor, and straightforward button-mashing fun with a friend, this is a delightful adventure worth donning your helmet for. And that's all for this month's Humble Monthly. February's Humble Choice is a total banger for variety seekers. Leading the charge is Resident Evil Village. Huge win if you haven't faced Lady D yet. StarVaders and Core Keeper bring that just one more turn addiction, while Date Everything keeps things delightfully weird. Even the meme tier Squirrel with a gun is a blast for some mindless chaos. Whether you're into tactical deck builders or sim strategy vibes like SteamWorld Build, this bundle is an absolute steal. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.